Couple of Hendrick cars there. 4-time series champion Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch. Our Chevy winning moment. Chevrolet congratulates Kyle Busch and the 5 Monte Carlo on today's win. The season's manufacturer's champion takes win number 573 overall. Chevy, the revolution races on. Matt?
High five by Steve Letarte. What a way to bounce back from when you had to pit on lap 161, Alan.
Yeah, that was a tough deal. You know, Kyle felt like he had a tire going down, and the tire ended up all right, but he did the smart thing. You know, he took care of that race car. That's an awesome race car. We've run that thing, like I was talking to you about earlier this year. We've run it 4 times with 3/4 and an 1/8. Now it's 1. That Kellogg Chevrolet was awesome. I just got to thank Kellogg's for all their support. Kyle for driving his heart out. My guys are working hard, you know, not giving up. We've had real good race cars the last couple of weeks and didn't get anything to show for. We got something to show for today.
Second win in 2005.
And Kyle Busch heads for victory lane. Started 15th, his second win of the season, the 16th driver to win here in 19 races, and the second win for Rick Hendrick here. Gary Labonte won back here in '94. 10th win for Hendrick Motorsports in 2005. Just unofficially looking at the championship standings. In fact, we can pop them in here, I think, for you. But I have Tony Stewart 52 points ahead of Jimmy Johnson, 87 back to Carl Edwards, 102 back to Greg Biffle. That's all unofficial. So the top 4 cars mathematically eligible to win the championship next week, assuming, of course, all start the race. Now, Jeff Gordon, a strong run, finishes 3rd here.
Got the 11th spot so far, only 10 in front of Jamie McMurray.
And that pays about $1 million, and when you include the bonus to finish 11th, get you a spot on the stage in New York. Let's go down to victory lane where Alan Besterwick will celebrate with Kyle Busch.
Well, we saw his first Nextel Cup Series victory Labor Day weekend, California Speedway. And I believe the scene was similarly soaked. Well, Kyle, what a day. Where to start? First, the battle with Biffle when he got by you. What made you think you could get back by him? He'd been so dominant all day.
He was, and he was really, really fast, and he had an awesome race car out there. I want to thank him for racing me clean that whole time. He was an awesome racer out there. That was great. I had a blast racing with him. That was fun, but you know, I just want to apologize to all the fans. I couldn't do, you know, my normal smoky burnouts because NASCAR wanted me to come to victory lane. I guess, don't know if you're running behind on time or what, but I'm sure the fans would have liked to have seen that. But I just want to thank Kellogg's, CarQuest, Delphi, everybody that's been on board with us this year. This is number 2, but should have been, you know, more than that. But still, I want to thank all these guys. They do an awesome job for me. Tremendous race car today. Alan Gustafson, he's a great crew chief. Just can't thank him enough. As well as Mr. H. I know he's at home watching. Love you, man. And I know my grandma was watching at home, too. I love her as well, too. So I just want to say that I'm behind my brother 100%. And anything that's in the media is usually falsely, I can't even think right now. But I just want to apologize to all the Sharpie, Crown Royal, everybody for taking a champion, a true champion, out of his race car today.
Kyle, when you got a lap down early in the race, did you think you had enough time and enough car to get back up front and contend?
I knew we did. When I was messing with Biffle there a lap down, I saw where he was beating me and where I needed to work on. And I just called Alan and told him what adjustments we needed in order to work on the thing and make it better. And I didn't think I was going to be able to beat Biffle. When he got to me, I knew how hard he was driving his car. And when he got by me, he was still driving his car real hard. So I knew if I could just pressure him a few more laps, I could probably heat up his right rear a little more and we could get by him. And you know, my stuff was pretty much wore out there at the end as well. I'm sure his was too. But again, it was awesome racing with him. I've beat him now for my first Cup win, for my first Busch win, for this win. But one of these days, I'm sure I'm going to lose to him. So I just want to thank him again.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Kyle Busch, his second Nextel Cup win of his rookie season. Pretty amazing. Marty?
Well, and it was a fun duel there between Kyle and Greg Biffle, and a lot of fun between you two guys. But at lap 284, you said, he's got me. At that point, did you know you were done?
Yeah, just, you know, the car's real aero sensitive, and I just got aero tight behind him. And when he was behind me, I was just too loose to put the gas down. You know, down there in 3 and 4, I just couldn't put any more wheel to it and put the gas down. But great run for us here. You know, this is a championship team, the 16 team is, and you know, have Post-it and National Guard and everybody on the car. It's pretty exciting. Just man, I had a great race today. It was a lot of fun, and pretty down after the last couple of weeks, but that'll sure lift your spirits. I mean, we want to win, but heck, that was a great run for us.
Comes through with his best ever Phoenix finish of second, and he led the most laps today, Matt.
A great run by Jeff Gordon. Your team really mixed it up, fuel strategy, the tire situation, but the bigger news, you are unofficially back in 11th, chasing that $1 million bonus.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're really not chasing that. That'd be great if we could get it, but we're working for next year and you know, trying to win races and come out of here third. I'm extremely happy. I thought Steve Letarte made some great calls. You know, and all of Hendrick Motorsports looked like they made some great calls to get the cars up there. Kyle, congratulations to him. That's a great win. We had 2 tires there at the end. I need to get clear of those guys ahead of me, and I just couldn't do it. And once those guys on 4 got to me, I knew I was done. But I was surprised we were able to hold on to third and keep Stewart, some of those guys behind us. I thought they were going to just, you know, run us down, but our car was pretty good on the long run. So I'm real happy with this effort and looking forward to Homestead.
Finishes third, unofficially 11th with a 10-point lead over 12th. Dave?
Matt, with Carl Edwards right now, I know you want to do better than 6th. Your car was pretty racy today, but what happened at the end?
Yeah, the Office Depot Ford was real racy. We thought, well, we'll pit here with like 58 to go. It'll be the last time we pit, and I thought we'd be able to get farther up through there than we did. Our car was just so bad on the short run that these guys would really take off, and we couldn't catch them, but I still had a blast. I mean, the track was fun. We were fast all day, which is really exciting at a mile track. We haven't been that fast at these places, so it gives me a lot of confidence for our short track program. Just have to go to Homestead. It's just so frustrating. We had such a great day. We had such a fast car. We didn't make up any points, but that's how good Tony Stewart is. So we'll just have to go get him at Homestead.
Great. Thanks, Carl. Marty?
Well, top 5 finishes, Dave, for the Gibbs duo of Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart. And let's get Tony to turn around here. It was a very solid day for you guys. Seemed like at one point you were kind of afraid to make changes to it because the car was just so good.
Well, it wasn't that it was so good. It just had a good balance, but it still needed to be faster. It was just, you know, if you tried to make it cut through the center, it was probably going to make it freer up off. And if you tried to give it more forward bite up off, it was probably going to make it tighter in the center. So it's kind of tough for a crew chief and a driver at that point to know exactly what to do to it to try to make it better. But, you know, we just kept working with it. And obviously as the sun started going down and the temperature started going down, we started getting tighter and had to work on it. But I had a really solid car, and it was so good on long runs. I mean, it was really, really good. But, you know, the 16 and the 5, they were the class of the field today. But, you know, we did what we had to do for this point deal and gain some points.
And you did gain some points. 52 going into Homestead. Your thoughts on that final race?
I thought I'd just take the weekend off. I think I might skip.
I don't think you should do that.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's a big weekend for us next weekend, so I'm sure. I'm glad I've got a lot of stuff to keep me busy all week. I've got Home Depot commercials to shoot tomorrow and Tuesday in Charlotte, and I think the whole team, we're all going fishing in Florida on Wednesday, so that's something we're all looking forward to doing together as a team, and that'll get us ready for the weekend.
A little more comfortable 52-point lead heading into the final race. Dave?
That will be next week at Homestead. Jimmy, the deficit is now 52 points. After what you saw today, can you catch him?
You know, we really needed to finish ahead of him today and cut some of the margin down going into Homestead. We weren't able to do it. We tried hard. We put in, you know, a lot of work. Just came up a little bit short. So, you know, it's not over until the last stop at Homestead, but it's going to be tough from here, and it's been tough. But, you know, we needed to be ahead of the 20 today.
How frustrating was it to watch those positions go away at the end?
It was. You know, it's frustrating when you're going backwards, especially when, you know, I saw the 99 coming and 20 going away. But we worked so hard all day long to get the car a little bit better. We just had a tight in the center we couldn't get rid of. I was dirt tracking the car all over the place, trying to do what I could. Chad was being really aggressive on the stops and helping it a little bit at a time. We just couldn't get dialed in, unfortunately. But, you know, disappointed definitely, but very proud of my team, Chad, and everybody for working as hard as they do. And we'll go to Homestead and put in a hard day's work down there and see what happens.
Jimmy Johnson comes home 7th today.
7th place finish for Jimmy, 4th place finish for Tony Stewart. We'll come back, continue our post-race coverage from Phoenix. You're watching NASCAR on NBC.